Hello, dear folks. Welcome to the show, Jack Xiao on East West with G&E TV. Heading into Christmas, though, which is right there in the corner, I feel more excited about any day, any single day, more excited than any single day of the year, because this Christmas seems to be a very, very, very something special. Because first we talk about gasoline prices, now we're talking about entertainment. Let's relax. Let's get ready for the holidays, right? Joining me today are some wonderful people. So wonderful that I have to make a introduction mile long. All right, but I'm kidding. To my right-hand side is the governor of the 5300 district of Rotary International, Ms. Luann Arredondo. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jack. Good to be here.
And her title goes still on. And she is the commissioner of community service of a city, great city, West Covina, where I, do the show. Right? Okay. Now, to her right is a special person, a VVVIP, Mr. Elmer Armstrong, that we would specifically be talking about he and his team. Mr. Armstrong, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
All right. Well, put it this way. If you love music, if you kind of person love going back a little bit into history, you will even more like the show today. I believe all of you either heard yourself or told by somebody about the Elvis time, right? And about Platters. So now I have Mr. Armstrong representing the Platter group, and he is the leading vocal of the beautiful, wonderful group who has sold altogether, over 100 million of records. Can you believe that?
It's a lot of records.
That's
a lot of music.
Lots of music.
All those records were cut in a 5-year period from 1955 to 1960.
Wow.
That's when the original group disbanded.
See how wonderful that is? And yet, up to today, we have only a population of 300 million. That means that every one of three has a record of yours.
Oh, sure.
All right. Once again, warmly, officially welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, now, because you're so important, I have to do a lot of homework. Okay. The more important the person is, the more homework that piles upon my desk. Right. Now, according to my homework, I have lots of information about you and the group. Though, how about we start from the Platter group? Who are they? To most of my audiences, they might not even know that much. Right? How about if we start with the group first?
Okay. The original Platters were formed in Los Angeles, California. Herb Reed was the leader, the short little bass singer. And Herb formed the group in 1954. And the group consisted of Herb Reed, bass singer, Zola Taylor, alto singer. At one time, Shirley Gunther was in there before Zola, but Zola was a better fit.
I see.
And David Lynch, tenor, Tony Williams, lead singer, and Alex Hodge was the baritone singer. Some problems didn't work out with Alex. Something, I don't know if it was marijuana or whatever, but back in that day.
Back then,
that was really a big crime. And so he wasn't the right fit for the group, and they brought in Paul Roby. And Paul really honed the Platters sound because in addition to being just a great baritone singer, Paul always reminded me of the late great Billy Eckstine, but he was a magnificent vocal arranger and keyboardist and songwriter. Matter of fact, Paul, I eventually sang with Paul's group, but Paul was a supreme talent. He was the guy that at rehearsal, they got around the piano and he'd show all the parts to everybody.
I see.
Yeah, he was very integral part of the Platters.
Okay. When did you join the Platters?
I joined the Platters in 1989.
Wow.
Paul died in 1989. And the original Platters had gotten together and were together from 1954 to 1960, the original Platters.
I see.
Tony, Paul, Zola, Herb, and David. Mercury Records wanted to make Tony a big star, so they pulled Tony out as a single artist.
I see.
And their manager at that time, the great songwriter, lawyer, Buck Ram, but they thought that Tony would be better, that they would move him out of the Platters and he would be a single artist. And they brought in Sonny Turner. That was in 1960. That group stayed together for 5 more years and had some big beach music classics in 66 and 67. With this ring I promise I'll always love you, and washed ashore on a lonely island in the sea. But when I say beach music, don't get that mixed up with the Beach Boys. Beach music down in the southeastern part of the United States, like the Impressions, the Tams, those songs by the Platters. When we go on tour there, they'd rather hear those songs as opposed to Only You.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because those are the songs that that particular region really identifies
Those
with.
antedates the Only You time, right?
Oh yeah, Only You was cut in 1955, and they had cut a version of Only You earlier in '55.
I see.
And it was very gospel-y, whereas you had Tony Williams doing a lot of gospel riffs and runs. By the time that that Paul arranged it, that's the version that we all hear today.
All right.
Only you can make all this world seem right. You know, that real beautiful, smooth version.
Yeah.
And they
Soft
were known.
and profound.
Oh yes, they were known for just being the smoothest, the love group, if you will. The Platters were like the precursor to Motown's Miracles.
Okay, good.
You know,
and you know, Lou, I owe this opportunity to you. All right, thank you very so much for having brought Elmer here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the chance. So, how much do you know about Platters, and how? I believe by looking at your age, though, you're not going back that far, though. How do you get related to them, please?
Well, I actually met Elmer for the first time before doing the show today, and but we were introduced through the district governor, Jim Paddock from District 5320.
I see.
They're doing a big show coming up on the 28th, and the Platters are performing. They're featuring Elmer here.
Where?
Oh, at the National Grove of Anaheim.
Right.
Wow, let's do it. Let's go there.
Right, and it's a big show. It's going to help raise money for all of Rotary's causes. And so Jim reached out to me through one of his assistant governors. So assistant governors to assistant governors got getting together and said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Wow, well, I grew up on doo-wop, and not to age myself, but I grew up on the music, and I thought, what a wonderful opportunity for the world, and because this is an international program, and we know G&E and EDI is all about bridging cultures and creating understanding. I thought, what a wonderful way. Music has so much.
That's our mission.
It has a mission. Well, music has so much power in the world, and who better to tell the story than Elmer himself?
Sure. Isn't that amazing that the top singers ends up and singing group ends up with the top organizations, which is the Rotary International, gets here with the top media. So we all work together in promoting our life. In my term, I call it the upbeat of life, right? So, my dear audience, today I'm especially flattered by the opportunity of having Mr. Elmer Armstrong joining me, the leading vocal of the Platter group, which goes back to the early 50s as the group is concerned, and also by Rotary International by the governor of the 5300 district, we got the chance to see these great people for the great life of ours. So let's take a short moment now. When we come back, I'll still have to go back to you, ask about your backstories, or even with Elvis.
Oh, sure.
Can we please? Okay, let's take a moment out. We'll be right back.